unnecessary idling. Remember, no idling is necessary for warm-up or cool-down and is generally a waste of resources. When enabled, the system will automatically control shutdown based on predetermined parameters. This option allows the idle shutdown override to be disabled based on ambient air temperature. If the upper and lower temperature limits are set and the ambient temperature is within limits, the override will be disabled and the engine will shut down after the specified time limit is met. Shutdown will occur automatically. No driver action is necessary. If the ambient air temperature is outside the specified limits, the override would be allowed. To activate this override, the driver should reference the owner's manual. Optimized idle automatically starts and stops the engine, maintaining engine temperature, battery voltage, and cab temperature while saving money. A separate training video for this feature is available. Progressive shift encourages the driver to upshift to a higher gear prior to reaching an engine's governed speed. This results in improved fuel economy. Benefits of progressive shifting are best realized during stop-and-go driving cycles. Progressive shift techniques should always be practiced. Progressive shift is electronically enabled, and drivers should be informed prior to a run if it is turned on or off. At the same time, they should be informed of the RPM limits that have been set. If a driver tries to operate above these limits, there will be a noticeable reduction in engine performance. The engine brake system utilizes the natural compression of the engine to slow down the vehicle. You can select 3 levels of braking and activate the system by a simple on-off switch. When driving conditions cause the vehicle speed to exceed the cruise control set speed, engine brakes can be activated to keep the desired road speed based on engine brake switches. The purpose of the Fuel Economy Incentive, or FEI, is to set a fuel economy target while providing the driver an incentive to meet that target. When the driver reaches the set fuel economy target, he will be rewarded with a set road speed increase. The feature automatically engages when the option is turned on. There is no driver interaction to turn on this feature. When it is activated, it will automatically monitor the driver's fuel economy and provide the increased speed earned. Pass Smart is an optional feature designed to assist the driver in passing other vehicles on the highway. The extra road speed is programmed for a limited amount of time for a given time period. Drivers activate the feature by double pumping the accelerator pedal. The vehicle is then given 20 seconds to accelerate to a greater speed. At the end of the passing event, when the vehicle speed drops back below the normal speed limit, Pass Smart is automatically deactivated. Now that you understand the fuel-efficient features of your Detroit D-Deck, we encourage you to use them to their fullest ability and start driving safely, intelligently, and efficiently. Remember, you are the biggest factor in determining your vehicle's fuel economy. Optimized Idle is an innovation from Detroit that helps maintain a comfortable temperature inside a truck's sleeping area while the truck is parked, all while minimizing idle time, maintaining battery charge, and saving fuel. This video will give you step-by-step instructions for using Optimized Idle. Begin with your truck parked and the hood closed. With the engine running, set the park brake. With the DT12 transmission, move the rotating gear selector switch into neutral. Make sure the transmission gear shift is in neutral by centering the shift lever in the gate. Shift into high range using the range selector switch. Turn on your cruise control, set high idle, and wait for the usual idle shutdown. The cruise control must be turned on once the engine is idling. If it was turned on previously, turn it off and then on again. Notice that the idle management light flashes to show that the system is preparing to arm the Optimized Idle feature. When the engine shuts down, the idle management light stops flashing and stays on. This means that the system is armed, maintaining battery voltage and engine oil temperature. At this point, the system begins to start and stop the engine. When you're ready to cool the sleeping area, locate the Optimized Idle thermostat above the bunk's fan controls and turn it on by pressing any key. The Mode button enables you to scroll through the available functions and to set your temperature. When the thermostat screen is lit up, displaying the current temperature and previous mode, the thermostat is activated. If the cab needs to be cooled or heated, the Cool Heat icon will flash. Select the snowflake symbol for cooling. Turn your blower fans on high and the air conditioning system to full cool. Once on, the system will control the HVAC fans. When you want to heat the cab, select the heat wave symbol. The thermostat screen will illuminate with the bunk temperature visible and the appropriate icon indicating which mode the system is in. Make sure that the heat or cool selection on the thermostat matches the cab controls, so the system does not idle and cycle excessively. Press the Mode button and hold it to set it at either Fahrenheit or Celsius. Press the up or down arrow buttons to raise or lower the temperature. To turn off thermostat mode and return to engine mode only, press and hold the Mode button for 3 seconds. It is important to note that optimized idle will be automatically disabled if the shift lever or range selector is moved even slightly, or if the clutch is pressed or the park brake is released. If this happens, the idle management light will turn off. You'll need to repeat the procedures described earlier in order to restart optimized idle. Once the bunk reaches your selected temperature, optimized idle shuts off the truck's engine to save energy. When the temperature rises or falls, the truck will automatically restart. Please note that whenever the engine starts up, an underhood alarm will sound for several seconds to alert people near the truck that the engine is about to start. After the alarm pauses for 2 seconds, the engine will start. Inside the cab, the alarm is barely audible. To minimize any rocking motion during engine shutdown, optimized idle automatically engages the engine brakes. While using air conditioning, be sure to keep the thermostat temperature setting as high as possible and your windows rolled up to reduce the amount of engine run time for cooling. Improvements in cab bunk design mean they're well insulated to make it easier than ever to keep heat in during cold weather and out during warm weather. To maximize efficiency and minimize idle time, and to reduce engine starting and stopping, unplug or turn off any power inverters you may have plugged in. The less unnecessary equipment you have running, the more efficiently the system operates. Optimized idle can be set to work in conjunction with the S-bar heater to keep the truck's batteries charged. The S-bar heater has its own heater control. To heat the truck interior, turn on the S-bar heater and adjust the control to your desired temperature. Warm air will be vented into the bunk area. If your truck is equipped with ParkSmart and optimized idle, you can set optimized idle to maintain the battery charge even while in ParkSmart mode for a long period of time. Make sure the ignition key is on. The systems work together as long as the blower control is set to any position except 0. When optimized idle is engaged, the idle management light and ParkSmart on-off button will not function. If optimized idle should shut down, ParkSmart will continue to run until the batteries reach the low voltage disconnect. When you're ready to get back on the road, turn off the cruise control switch and press the clutch or release the park brake to disable optimized idle. You can also choose to use the drive-away feature. If the engine is not running, start it, then release the parking brakes or put the transmission into gear. Let the engine return to base idle. The active idle management light will turn off, indicating that optimized idle is disabled. Besides temperature control, battery charging, and minimized idle time, using optimized idle means that your truck is already warmed up and ready to go. Just push in the clutch and shift into gear. If your optimized idle system ever needs service, any Freightliner dealer or Detroit distributor can make repairs. Now that you know how to operate Detroit Optimized Idle, you can use it whenever you need it to maintain a comfortable temperature, keep your battery charged, and save fuel. Welcome to a better driving experience with the new Detroit DT12 automated manual transmission. By following the steps in this video, you'll be ready to maximize your performance, safety, and fuel efficiency when you take to the road. When you get behind the wheel of a truck equipped with the DT12, you may first notice that instead of a gear shifter, there's a selector stalk. You can use this control to request manual shifts, change the driving mode, and set engine brake levels. These features will be explained in more detail shortly. Before starting the truck, place the battery disconnect switch in the on position and the transmission gear selector stalk switch in the neutral position. Allow the gauges to sweep for about 8 seconds before starting. To get into gear, first apply brake pressure, then move the rotating sleeve on the gear selector stalk to D for drive or R for reverse. The DT12 will quickly and automatically detect the gradient you're starting on and select the appropriate starting gear ratio, usually second. In an unloaded or bobtail situation, the transmission may select up to 5th gear to start the vehicle rolling. Distinct driving modes let you choose the mode that works best for your current driving conditions. There are 3 driving modes: automatic economy, automatic performance, and manual. Automatic economy mode is the default and, along with intelligent gear shifting, is designed to save fuel. In automatic performance mode, gear shifts are designed for higher performance and are made at higher engine speeds. In manual mode, gear shifts are requested manually. The driving mode can be changed using the mode switch located on the end of the shift control. Press the switch quickly to activate the automatic drive mode or change between automatic economy and automatic performance modes. To activate the manual drive mode, press and hold the switch for about 1 second. In any driving mode, gear shifts can be requested manually. The DT12 enables you to manually shift by pulling the stalk towards you to upshift or pushing it away from you to downshift. In manual mode only, a suggested shift is displayed to indicate the most economical gear available. The suggested shift is the number of up or down arrows from the current gear with a maximum of 2 up or down arrows. If you have 2 up arrows on the dash, you can pull the shifter stalk towards you and hold to upshift to the highest gear available. The same method can be used for downshifting in manual mode. The DT12 will not allow you to select a gear that is not available. You will get an audible warning indicating the gear is unavailable when the shift is attempted, and the DT12 will stay in its current gear. Creep mode moves the vehicle at low speeds, improving maneuverability for parking, docking, and heavy traffic without having to press the accelerator. To begin using creep mode, release the service brake and briefly depress the accelerator pedal, thereby fully engaging the clutch. The vehicle's urge to move can then be felt. Following this and for the duration of the current driving cycle, creep mode is active. Once the vehicle is stopped via the service brake, the vehicle will begin to creep again without any accelerator pedal input. You can also select a lower gear while in creep mode for sliding trailer tandems or in stop-and-go traffic, and the transmission can be upshifted or downshifted with the shifter stalk. Hill Start Aid is a key safety feature that holds the load on a grade greater than 3% for up to 3 seconds while the driver moves from the service brake to the throttle. Hill Start Aid and creep mode will work together if creep mode is active. When on a grade, Hill Start Aid will hold the vehicle long enough for creep mode to start slowly rolling the vehicle. Dashboard and audible warnings will alert you to clutch abuse, slipping, or starting in an inappropriate gear. The clutch will not engage until foot pedal movement is acknowledged by the engine. Once you're rolling, the transmission detects the vehicle mass and, depending on the road grade, may choose to use the skip shift feature. Skip shifting quickly moves through the lower gears to save fuel and achieve optimal cruising speed. For example, you may start in second gear, skip to fourth, then to sixth and up to eighth, before shifting through one gear at a time to top gear. Every skip shift improves acceleration. This happens smoothly thanks to the communication process between the engine and transmission. When driving on downgrades, the DT12 may enter E-Coast mode. Here, the transmission temporarily disengages the clutch, so the vehicle maintains momentum while the engine efficiently idles. Engine RPMs will drop to 600 and an E will be visible in the gear display window. E-Coast will remain active until the electronics require torque or there is any input from the driver. At that time, the DT12 will safely and seamlessly resume normal operation when required. E-Coast is only available in automatic economy driving mode. The transmission control module calculates the torque windup in the driveline and regulates with engine torque control. This reduces clutch wear and reduces the jerking motion at startup and protects the driveline. Engine braking with the DT12 can be set by rotating the shifter stalk clockwise. The top position is the off or auto position, which will be explained shortly. At the three lower positions, the engine brake is on and the intensity, low, medium, or high, increases with each step down. Engine brakes will work like any other compression braking. Once you let off the throttle, engine braking power will activate, if set to low, medium, or high. The second form of engine braking is the cruise control band switch on the dash, labeled CC band. To use this feature, cruise control must be set, and manual engine braking must be in the off or auto position. The CC band switch allows the driver to set the cruise control overrun while descending a grade. The top position is the low band and allows 3 miles per hour over your cruise set speed. The middle position is medium band and allows 5 miles per hour over your cruise set speed, and the bottom position is the infinite overrun and will turn off automatic engine braking. Once the vehicle has achieved the set overrun limit, engine braking will slow the vehicle to stay within the set limits. The engine brakes may also force a downshift of the transmission to improve engine braking performance. Manual engine braking with the shifter stalk will always override the CC band switch. If manual engine braking is used, cruise control will be canceled and engine braking will slow the vehicle down. When the shifter stalk is returned to the auto position, cruise control will auto-resume to your cruise set speed. This is why the off position is also the auto position when cruise control is set. The DT12's optional kickdown feature enables you to increase acceleration when passing or driving on uphill grades. After reaching full throttle, a detent in the pedal will allow you to force a downshift and allow the shift points to move higher in the RPM band. An auto-neutral feature electronically shifts the transmission into neutral if not done within 5 seconds after the truck parking brake is applied. An audible warning instructs the driver to select neutral. If the driver forgets to put the vehicle in neutral, a second audible warning tells the driver the transmission has selected neutral. To reselect a starting gear, just move the transmission select collar into neutral and then into drive or reverse with the service brake applied. We're confident that the new Detroit DT12 will give you a significant advantage in making your driving experience smoother, safer, and more efficient than ever.